You know that we knock 'em down. CBT, CBT, CBT. Yeah, we know we knock 'em down. CBT, you know we knock 'em down. 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 Yeah, knock 'em down. Yeah, knock 'em down. Yeah, knock 'em down. Oh yeah.
What up, what up, what up? CBT Facebook. It's your boy John G. I'm here with your boy Miggity Mouse. And, you know, we got our, you know, for those who follow, you know about the Big Smooth Show. Well, me and Mouse got together, and we got this, you don't know shit about Mouse's Corner Show. Or is that a good name, Mouse?
Yeah, I like that, man. I like that a lot.
Yeah, so we're gonna touch on some controversial topics that you know have been floating the screen. That we're gonna get together and do a whole bunch of those type of shows. But today we're gonna talk about Floyd Mayweather Jr. So and our sound person Chris, 24 Blaze behind us, you know, who cleaned up the sound for us very well. He's going to help us because we're going to do 2 5-minute rounds on 2 topics. And, yeah, we're going to get it in. So, first topic, Andre Berto, Floyd Mayweather on CBS, that rumor. Mouse, you can start.
All right, so the rumor going around is that Floyd versus Berto is what's going to happen on September 12th, live on free TV. I know for months now we have heard rumors of Floyd's last fight being on TV and being free and whatnot. He had originally came out and said it was between Mayfield and Berto. But the people who are reporting this are not your legit boxing reporters, you know. I think I saw something yesterday where somebody was like, oh, TMZ just reported that Floyd is fighting Berto, so it's official. I would just like to say that TMZ is never official with nothing. That is a gossip column. They are not a boxing blog, a boxing journalism, or anything that involves. They're not involved in boxing. They're top people, like, they're the paparazzi. You know, Floyd has always been a person that's always stated, if you don't hear it from my mouth, it's not true. Something just doesn't seem right with me, and something just isn't fitting in. I know the homie Leonardo Tyner was called into Mayweather's camp a couple of days ago. If I'm not mistaken, he just wrapped up sparring with Floyd's camp a couple of days ago. But there's a reason why you bring in a guy like Leonardo Tyner, and that's because you're expecting to take a lot of punches from a bigger guy. You don't just bring in a guy like that to fight a Berto. You know what I mean? So something to me is it doesn't sound the way that is being portrayed to us. You know, whether it be, I don't know who's it. You know, people would say Golovkin. I don't think Golovkin's gonna be the guy, but I know Golovkin is. You heard about him rehydrating down to like 154 during these next couple of months, in case he gets a phone call to fight. I don't know how much is that true either, but I really hope it's not Berto.
Me personally, man, you know, I was thinking, you know, everybody's now, see, Floyd is such a master at this, man, that people just don't understand. Because a couple of months ago, and I remember, maybe not a couple months ago, but maybe closer to a year, when he was first naming Khan as an opponent, and everybody was laughing, like, Khan doesn't deserve this, Khan's got a glass chin, and all of this, and then Thurman is green, Thurman ain't ready. All of a sudden, he beat Pacquiao, and now all of a sudden, these guys are really want him to fight, and you don't want a Berto fight. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's almost like a master salesman. And I remember saying back then, like, you know what? I'll watch the Khan fight on CBS. And I still feel the same way about Berto. I honestly would watch a Berto fight on CBS. It's on free TV. You know what I'm saying? Like, number 49, pay-per-view attraction on free TV, where, you know, right now, there ain't even nothing on TV. I'm watching cartoons with my son. You get what I'm saying? Like, Saturday night, I could go to a bar to watch it. I don't have to stay at home and watch Showtime or HBO. I can go anywhere and watch the fight, watch Floyd fight. And maybe get a very good undercard. Me personally, and I mean, as long as he's fighting on CBS, he should probably fight a cat driver for all I care. As long as I mean, I'll see 49, probably 49 victory on free TV, and it'll change the landscape of boxing. Like, people are probably listening and like, oh, that's slow-mo talk. No, it's not slow-mo talk. It's, you know what? If the biggest attraction is fighting on free TV, what's stopping Klitschko from fighting on free TV, or all of those guys when maybe their contracts run up? They're going to want to come to free TV eventually when everything's up, because they're going to want that exposure. That's the way I feel about it. I don't know about you.
Yeah, but you know what? A guy like a Klitschko doesn't need that exposure. I mean, he's already at the end of his career. You know what I'm saying? I mean, let's be honest.
That was just the name I was throwing out there. But a guy like Wilder could use it.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, I see where you're coming from. I agree with that. I mean, I'm not going to front. If Mayweather fought on free TV, I'm going to watch it too. I mean, we paid $100 to watch the Pacquiao fight. I mean, that shit is free. I think anybody that sits there and says, I'm not going to watch this fight, is full of shit. And if you're a boxing fan and you're saying, I'm not going to watch this fight, you full of shit. It's free. It doesn't matter. Listen, people have paid this guy millions of dollars to watch him fight. Now it's free, and you're telling me, okay, now I'm not going to watch the dude fight?
Yeah, answer yourself.
You know, so I agree with you 100%. I will watch the fight. But, you know what? This is my problem with the Berto thing. Before when they announced Berto or Mayfield, everybody was on that. Oh, Berto's not on that level. Berto is this, Berto is that. All of a sudden, he said, oh, they said the rumor is Berto's official. And here come the Berto fanatics and the casual fans. Oh, there's a young black lion champion. He's a 2-time welterweight champ, and this is a good fight.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Let me remind people of who Berto is. First of all, he beat who for the welterweight champ? For the welterweight belt? Nobody.
I gotta go to Box Rec to find that out. It probably was vacant.
Yeah, it was vacant. He didn't fight nobody for those belts. He fought nobody. He's a paper champion. When he stepped up and fought a Victor Ortiz, which was a hell of a fight, don't get me wrong, but he lost. After that, he kind of lost his identity as who he was. I mean, personally, I always thought Berto was overrated. I mean, nothing against Berto. I think he is what he is. But his last couple of fights, I mean, let's be honest, a young lion, like, where do you see a lion? I mean, the dude tried to do Floyd Mayweather against Guerrero, and Guerrero closed both of his eyes out. And Guerrero's not even a welterweight fighter. He's a 130-something fighter that moved up. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I thought that, but, like, put it this way. Guerrero made me think he was a puncher against Berto.
Yeah, I should never want to listen, but I mean, I didn't see where you thought that shit, man. He closed the shit out of Berto's eyes. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. Sometimes he just tells me, because of what you said, Floyd is a mastermind of selling things. I mean, and you know what? I seen an interview the other day where Floyd said, I want an easy fight for my 49th fight, so that way I can come back on my 50th fight and do it big. Who knows? Maybe, I mean, if he does do Berto, and then, you know, his 50th fight, he goes out with a bang. I mean, I wouldn't be able to sell with that either. You know what I mean?
He is going to do that. He's going to do that, and guess what? He's going to be a free agent from Showtime CBS. He's already owed. They owe him big. They owed him for the Pacquiao fight, and then he hit Canelo. Two of the biggest fights on one contract. You know what I'm saying? They made out like fat cats. Now, for his 50th fight, HBO is going to offer him a shitload of money to fight Triple G. You can just see it coming. Or Showtime's going to offer him a shitload of money to fight Conor Thurman. Either way, number 50 is looking very good for him. He's going to have those options ready for him for number 50. And honestly, I'm going to be real. People shit on the Berto fight. I know, because not as much, because I haven't seen Berto in a really bad fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's still exciting. His fights are exciting. And maybe that's what we need to make a Floyd fight exciting. Somebody who he might get his ass whooped, but you're going to have a good time watching him get his ass whooped.
Yeah, but I don't think Berto's gonna make. I mean, Floyd is just too good. I mean, I don't listen. I know where you coming from with that, but I mean, you put the best in there with Floyd, and Floyd has made the best look like amateurs. I mean, people criticize this man so much, and I know during his last couple of years, yeah, he's been a little cherry picking here and there. I get that. But let's not forget what Floyd was at 130. Let's not forget what Floyd was at 140. Let's not forget that when everybody was calling for Ricky Hatton and saying Ricky Hatton was going to destroy Floyd Mayweather knocked his ass out.
Yeah, he did.
You know what I mean? I mean, let's not forget all that. Let's not forget that when Corrales was the number one guy and he had the belt and Floyd came in and people thought that Floyd would box him, that Floyd beat the crap out of Corrales in a straight-up fight. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
People forget that. You know what I mean? My only issue with the Berto thing is I don't think Berto's at that level where he can make it a good fight. I think Floyd is just too good, and I think with his age and the way that Floyd fights now, he's just too smart. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
But I will say this. I think the Berto fight does bring this. I think that it brings, if he does go on to the 50th fight, I think this is the closing moments of Floyd, and I don't have a problem with Floyd saying, you know what, I want an easy fight. Because a lot of people, they bag on Floyd for his, recent fights and whatnot. I mean, but the man has paid his due to the sport. And yes, he has also fucked up the sport with the money situation. But I mean, let's be honest. Dudes are getting paid now.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't matter which way you look at it. It don't matter what, you go back in any era and one fighter is going to complain about their promoter fucking him over. I mean, the great Mike Tyson got fucked over by his promoter, Don King, and his wife, and they took all his money and Floyd said, fuck that. I'm going to promote myself and do my thing. Let's be honest. Floyd did it. But before Floyd, everybody puts the blame on Floyd. Before Floyd, there was Oscar De La Hoya. Really, the credit goes to De La Hoya. He's the one that left and started the Golden Boy shit.
Yeah, he started it for it. He was the pioneer for that shit, dog.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, he was.
So everybody sits here and blames Floyd, but they forget the obvious. The obvious is Golden Boy was formed first. From there, Floyd made Mayweather Promotions. Then now, look at it now. Look at all the big stars. You got Miguel Cotto Promotions. You got Canelo and the Canelo Promotions, although he signed the Golden Boy, but it's only a matter of time before he branches out.
Manny Pacquiao Promotions.
Manny Pacquiao, I think that's just, I think that's just, for sale. But, it's people don't realize what this man has done for the sport. And, I don't compare him to Muhammad Ali, and this is not me comparing him to Muhammad Ali in any type of way, but I will say this. When Muhammad Ali was fighting, a lot of people hated Muhammad Ali. A lot of people wanted to see him lose. A lot of people despised who he was as a fighter. It wasn't until years after Muhammad Ali had retired, and people witnessed how great he was, not only in the ring, but outside of the ring. People didn't realize how great it was for him to sit here and say, I'm not going to war, that's not my fight. I don't have no beef with them. See, it went outside of boxing. It took years for people to develop that. Just like it always takes years for people to develop. When Tupac was alive, and that's not even boxing. He was talking about shit that's happening now. Greatness is something that's not perceived till later on. We didn't notice how great Michael Jordan really was till years later. We always knew Michael Jordan was great, but how much greater is Michael Jordan now than he was in '95?
That's a good point.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh, absolutely. I mean, I always knew that, man. The thing is that they hate you today, and then they wait for something bad to happen to you before they start, appreciating you. And I hate that it's like that, but I think that Puffy and Meek Mill, and I hate to bring Meek Mill up with all the crap going on with him, but, they made a song, pretty much talking about, I don't want I want the love now. I don't want it when I'm dead. And that's pretty much it, I think that sometimes we gotta see the big picture for what it is, and we gotta recognize greatness when we see it. And I'm not saying that you have to, bow down, but at the same time, a lot of this disrespectful talk, and you know, we gotta stay well grounded, and we gotta realize talent when we see it. Or, you know, in this case, we're seeing an individual change the whole landscape of the sport from the business aspect. But with that being said, I can't wait until he goes, because then maybe the younger fighters will start fighting each other instead of waiting for him to hand them a paycheck, if you get what I mean.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we're starting to see it more. I mean, more guys are starting to step up and fight each other. You know, obviously, you know, we are awaiting Floyd's departure. I mean, it's just like, as sad as this may be, man, and, you know, Floyd Jones is my favorite fighter of all time, and, you know, he needed to stop a long time ago. You know what I mean? You know, it's just this time where it's time for them to move on and let the next generation come in. You know, but people really need to realize just what is really going on here with Floyd. And you're already starting to see Floyd transition into the promotional side. If you really look back at that Broner Porter card on PBC, really, it was a PBC card, but it actually looked like it was a Mayweather promotion fight. You know what I mean? Floyd came out with both the fighters. Floyd came out actually with Broner and with Spence, who he says is his fighters. You know what I mean? So you see him transitioning more into that role now. I think with the next couple of months, we're going to see him more transition into that. And then we'll really see what Floyd is going to do with the boxing world as far as that. You know what I mean? But I think it's good, man. I think he definitely has to go. I'm ready for him to go already. You know, you've been in the sport a long time. It's time to move over and let these younger guys step in and do what they got to do. You know, the only thing I don't like that he's doing is that whole Spence situation. If you want the WBO belt or whatever, you got to fight Spence. You know, I don't think Spence has earned that yet. But I think, you know what I mean, in a couple of, you know, maybe like a year and a half from now, I think we can go down that line and discuss that depending on who Spence has fought. You know, but don't go there as you're leaving and try to hold that belt hostage either. You know, dude, you're great. You're great for sports.
Got 5 minutes left. Chris has been banging, dude.
Oh, my bad, Chris.
It's good, but we can segue into the next topic, and Chris started. And next time, when you get to 10 seconds, man, bang that hammer as hard as you can, all right, so we can hear you. But let's segue into maybe one of the issues that people hate Floyd, and I hear this a lot. And, you know, a lot of people, you know, the whole woman beater thing. And, Mouse, you had some facts that you want to lay on the people and speak on this from I guess, a different perspective. Go ahead.
Well, you know, just so everybody knows, me and John, this is our first show that we're doing together. We're trying to bring y'all something different, something like, you know, a first take where we, you know what I mean, give you different topics and try to run it down as fast as possible for you guys. This woman beater shit with Floyd. I had a lot of people talk this shit on Floyd, and I don't like Floyd because of the shit that he does outside. He's a woman beater, and he's this, and he's that. Never once do I hear anybody say this guy gives millions of dollars to charity. Never. It doesn't even matter if they put up a picture of Floyd's hand having like a fucking big check with the amount there. That's never viewed. Everything is always, he's a woman beater. It doesn't matter. See, this is my problem with that. We go so hard on Floyd. And this is why I say Floyd is so great. People that are great, they get the most hate. I'm going to tell you why. I don't know if people remember. I'm going to run down, I'm going to give you 7 names, 6 names, I apologize, of great fighters and great champions. Should I even give you some Hall of Famers that people view so highly, but they were also in prison for women beating, for murder, for domestic abuse. Why don't we ride them that hard? I mean, if you go back to 1999, you know, everybody always wonder what I think it's Beauty. I can't say his last name, but everybody knows what I'm talking about. He went to jail, he was a heavyweight. He never got his chance to really shine because he got convicted of attempted rape. Yeah, I mean, everybody always wondered what he would do against Mike Tyson because he was a power puncher. You know, you had guys, Edwin Valero, who everybody loves. Everybody forgets that Edwin Valero was abusing the fuck out of his wife, and he stabbed her to death. But when you talk about Edwin Valero, everybody always talks about how he died prematurely, and nobody really got to see him be at his greatness. How come we don't talk about how he killed his wife? I mean, we bash Floyd for beating a woman, but this man beat down his wife and killed her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What is this? What's the logic in that? So you bash Floyd because he smacked somebody who wasn't even his wife. I mean, let's be honest. You know, he smacked his baby moms, or, you know, he smacked, according to Miss Jackson. I mean, let's be honest. We're all human beings. We all fuck up at one time or another. You know, but he went to jail. He paid his time. But then you got guys like Diego Corrales, who people forget that right before he fought Floyd and all that bullshit, he had went to prison for domestic violence. Remember Mike Tyson was convicted of rape?
Oh, and Mike Tyson, I'm glad you brought that up. And guess who? You know, Ronda Rousey said some bullshit like, Floyd, I wish Floyd could grow up to be a man like him or something like that, or Cliff. And maybe it was taken out of context, but you running around with Mike Tyson, and he's a convicted rapist known to beat Robin Pittman's head in.
Exactly.
So I just thought I'd add that in. Please continue.
You know, you had Charles Kid McCoy, who shot the woman that he was living with. And this is the greatest one of all. This is the one that I've been waiting for. And this is the one that bothers me the most. And this one bothers me the most because this is the one that people consider the greatest middleweight of all time. The one that people sit here and they praise so goddamn much. That is crazy that every time you bring up a middleweight fight, they always say this guy is so untouchable. The great Hall of Famer, Carlos Monzon, who not only beat the fuck out of his wife, but he threw her over a balcony.
Damn, dog. Damn.
See, how come we don't talk about that? See, but here's the great thing about it. I want to send a personal shout out to some dude that goes by the name of Mike Lang on this one. I'm going to give you a special shout out because last time our boy John did an opinion article, you said opinions was based on facts and all this shit. So here's some facts for you. The facts don't lie. So next time you want to Google shit, and all you other casuals out there who like to talk all this shit, you know what I mean? On Floyd did this and Floyd did that. These are your great fighters that you praise and you sit here and you put on a pedestal. The great Carlos Monzon was not any different from Floyd Mayweather. Matter of fact, he went a little bit further than Floyd Mayweather. Edwin Valero was a whole lot further than Floyd Mayweather. So where is this biasness to those fighters? Why are we so hard on Floyd and not so hard on these guys who we consider great? You see, nobody would hit those facts up. Nobody ever wants to talk about those facts. Why? Because we love those fighters. I mean, Mike Tyson. People don't realize all this shit. Mike Tyson was the baddest man on the planet, not because he was knocking people out, because he was always fucking wrapped up in some criminal bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to close up by saying this. I think if we're going to be hard on one fighter, we need to be hard on all of them. If you guys want facts and you want real facts, this is the real facts. Facts don't lie, man. I do my research. But after Boxing Talk, we do our research. We know what we're talking about. We don't come here to kiss nobody's ass. Don't come in. We not biased for nobody. One, I'm not a Floyd fan. I'm not a Flomo. I've not been a Floyd fan. I'm a fan of the sport. I love this sport. I've been in it for way too long. And I know what's at stake. And I may get some hate mail for this shit. But you can't deny what's there. You can't sit here and tell me I'm lying when it's facts. Then I let you, John, take over.
Yeah, man. I mean, you pretty much killed it, dude. And you killed that. You killed that. And honestly, we're going to wrap this up pretty soon. But before we go, I just want to let you guys know that me and Mouse, we got our wives, we got our families. We love our families. We don't condone domestic violence. And this ain't just me being PC. No, it's not. It's not talking about domestic violence. It's talking about your double standards. When you put certain guys on a pedestal, and it's because you don't like a certain way that somebody walks or somebody talks or they wear their jewelry, then, you know, you find ways to hate them, but you still praise the guys doing the same thing. Everybody puts their pants on like the next man. So if you're going to criticize this man for it, criticize that man. And that's how I'm going to end it. Hashtag facts don't lie.
Hashtag you don't know shit about Mama's Corner.
All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. And we will keep this up for you guys. All right. Peace.
Yeah, we know we knock 'em down. You know we knock 'em down. 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 Yeah, knock 'em down. Yeah, knock 'em down. Yeah, knock 'em down. Oh yeah, you know that we knock 'em down.